Nick Hine. And number 25, Carlos Miller. And now the starting lineup for the Air Force Academy. Number 1, Court Bollinger. Number 31, Kyle Brown. Number 20, Caleb Lehow. Number 44, Christian DePauler. And number 45, Tucker Noe. And now let's meet the Grand Canyon team. Number 7, Shai Mielstein. Number 22, Sean Cotton Jr. Number 9, Jax Wimberly. Number 21, Blake Kramer. And now the starting lineup for Grand Canyon University. Number 10, Uriah Stokes. Number 40, Harrison Fletcher. Number 1, David Black. Number 8, Jack Brackman. And number 35, Yeshua Bryce. The officials for the men's championship game. From Texas A&M, Ryan Sagalski. From Georgia Southern University, Zyterius Hudson. From the University of Virginia, Charlene Pham. And from the University of Wisconsin Madison, Addison Hensler. The NIRSA Championship Series believes good sporting behavior is an integral component of intercollegiate competition. We wholeheartedly embrace the position that for positive sporting behavior to prevail, coaches, student athletes, and fans must display respect, fairness, civility, honesty, and responsibility before, during, and after all athletic contests. The NIRSA Championship Series is committed to holding tournaments in a safe and inclusive environment, free from bullying. Offensive language, including profanity and/or derogatory remarks of any kind directed at officials, event staff, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the competition site. Positive sporting behavior matters. We thank you for supporting the teams in a positive manner. Good luck to our teams, and let's play some basketball.
And for us in the broadcast, one more time on the YouTube channel, Carl Krieger, Parker Goss with you for the men's final, Air Force versus GCU. Toss and tap in favor of GCU, left to right as we see it here at the Bakke Recreation and Wellbeing Center. Parker, one more time.
What's up, brother?
He's back with us. These teams play with a lot of pace, is what we've seen previously. We'll see if that continues today.
Athleticism and size stand out for these two teams, Carl.
Three ball off the rim, no good. Picked up by Air Force. Very, very large team on a vertical measure, you could say. This time, Brown with the ball, dumps it over.
That is to say they are tall.
Yes, it is. A long-winded way of saying that. Brown with the shot. And
great finish there.
Absolutely. First points of the game.
Double clutch to embrace the contact there.
Black walking it up the court. Small screen goes for three right away. Off the back of the rim, no good. Back up in the air. Pulled down.
Two pretty quick looks from Grand Canyon there. I don't know if I love those as the coach, but we'll see if their offense finds a little rhythm.
One from the corner. That's Brown with a three-shot attempt. Thrown back inbounds by Air Force. But picked up by Black from GCU. Bit of pace, other direction, 35. Dodges the man, needs a little bit of help. But passes it back up to Black at the top of the key. Takes it himself, drives, back step, around the free throw lane, up to the rim. Block attempt, not executed, tie game.
Great work by Black there to get a look that he liked and beat him off the dribble.
Ballinge up the court. Bounce pass. Feeds inside to Brown. Out of bounds in favor of GCU.
For those watching at home, if you haven't watched Air Force yet, you're going to see a lot of that. Number 20, 45, and 41. Expect them all to get a lot of touches deep in the paint. Those are some of the biggest players we have here at the tournament, and that's really how the Air Force Academy likes to facilitate their offense. Good look for 40, though. Able to finish off the glass. Grand Canyon up 2 early.
Fletcher with the basket. Air Force up to the hoop.
Great dump off to 45 there with the slam.
Puts it down. GCU slows the pace a bit up the court. Black, as always, running the offense. Fletcher, the big man in the paint. Towards the basket, feeds towards him, but interrupted there by Air Force. They'll take the ball back their direction.
Looking to hit the backdoor cutter there as we get a tip out of bounds. Ball staying with Air Force.
But you get a little bit of a break. To Poller, over back to the point guard. Two teams led by the man wearing number 1.
Turnover there from the Air Force Academy. The disciplined team for sure, but they're going up against a lot of athleticism.
Yes.
Good look for 8 from beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. You heard it here. Hoop plus the arm. He's going to the line for one more. Looking to finish the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Absolutely is. That is not Air Force that has 6. That is GCU that has 6. There we go. Looking to make it 7. That is Stokes at the line here. Takes a breath. Puts it up and straight through.
I don't think anyone's particularly shocked, Carl, to see these be the 2 teams in our men's championship. Both of them beat quality teams to get here. Neither have lost. And we got a foul on the floor here.
Going to stay on this end. Air Force with the ball. Could not agree with you more, Parker. 2 very strong teams. You wondered when they'd meet. You hoped it would be here. And in fact, it is. On the inbounds. Into the back court. Throws it over to Brown. He will bring it up. 44. Back to the top of the key. Number 1 goes for the juke. Throws it up. Foul's called. I think that will be on the floor.
That's correct, Carl. We're going to have a baseline out of bounds here. Number 1 inbounding for Air Force.
Air Force got it. A little bit of pressure. 44 spins around, jump shot, and hits it.
Bucket's good for DePolar.
Yes, it absolutely is. Black now to run the offense for GCU. Fletcher with the screen, decides not to use it. Top of the key. Long 3 straight on, no good. Off the back of the rim.
There.
Picked up quick by 20, dumped over to Brown, and Air Force push up, down 1, 7-6 in favor of GCU. 5 minutes left in this first quarter.
And one thing I appreciate about this matchup, as we have 31 taking it to the hole there for Air Force, we got a jump ball that's going to remain with Air Force. We're going to have a baseline out of bounds here. As I was saying, Carl, one thing I like about this matchup, both of these teams are certainly not lacking in athleticism, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to pick up the pace. We're going to see half-court offense, certainly from Air Force, who can really put up some points in a hurry as they pound the rock inside and look for those high-percentage shots in the paint.
In the can, moving screen. That's my best guess.
Carl, I think we actually just had the ball handler just missed the sideline there.
All right. Can't step on the sidelines. That's against the rules.
This is correct.
Going the other way for GCU. Looking to add to the lead. Free throw jumper is good.
Another tough look made for Grand Canyon. They said the mid-range is dead, but no one told the Lopes.
Absolutely not. Bryce finding that one. The second GCU team we've got in here. 45 in the paint. Misses, but he's so tall, gets his own rebound, puts it right back.
That was a great feed on the bounce there from 1.
Black up the court, runs the offense, starting with a fist. Blackman under the basket, needs a bit of help. Off the back of the backboard, And out of bounds in favor of Air
It's
Force.
a tough one. You don't want to leave your feet under the basket. That puts you in a really compromised position as he needs to get back on defense.
Oh, and very quickly, 44 now with it. Tough defense, very close, dumps it off to 20, inside 45 and a whistle.
This has got to be one of the biggest lineups you're going to see from Air Force with 45, 20, and 44 all playing on the court at the same time. This is going to be a matchup nightmare for Grand Canyon, at least on defense. Hopefully they'll be able to expose some of those bigger bodies, tougher to move laterally off the dribble. But as we remain with Air Force with the ball, I'm interested to see how – you can't front everyone, right? You've got three guys who can touch the ball with their back to the basket. You can't front everyone, so what do you do?
Absolutely not. Brown, great spin move. Gets stripped, unfortunately, though. Fletcher comes up with it. Will dump it back over to Brackman. Brings them up the court.
Grand Canyon's half-court offense is a little more ISO-based as we see 35 get a jumper tipped there.
There's a bit of help. Air Force goes fast, quickly slows it down. Other side, Miller with the ball now. Dumps it over to Brown. Right wing inside, 45. Matchup, hands in the air. Good defense. Kept away. Black to clear now. GCU the other direction.
Carlos is reminding me of our women's championship we called a little bit ago between South Carolina and remind me again. Regardless.
Sorry. GCU, both games.
GCU, that's correct. Big weekend for the Lopes here. They weren't able to take it home in the women's championship earlier, but they're looking to leave Madison with something. What I was saying is this matchup reminds me a little bit of that women's final where you've got one side that's got a little bit more size and that's creating a mismatch in the rebound numbers.
Fletcher, long three, puts it up, off the rim, and in!
With the shooter's roll, Grand Canyon loves that one as they take a 6-point lead. Air Force bringing the ball up the floor here, one commanding the offense.
Absolutely, 100 seconds left in this one. Over to Brown, slows it down a little bit, long three of his own, and straight
Bang!
through.
Air Force is able to answer.
Looking good, 3-point lead, Black now. Both teams, as we talked about earlier in the unified game, settling in, pace increasing a little bit. There's Black, rolls it up, around the rim and out. Picked up by Air Force, now back the other way. Challenge runs the offense into Miller, 25. Not
Just
able to
off
find
on
that.
a really athletic finish there.
Black
Great
inside,
feed by one.
35, not able to go, but they get the offensive board.
Offensive rebound, like I said yesterday, it's really tough to get a beat on those air balls when you're trying to get the seal out. You just don't expect it to go over your head.
Definitely don't. You expect it to hit something. Not quite able to do it. Brackman with the ball. Fed from Black. Top of the key. Third. Over to Fletcher. Right wing in the lane. Up to the rim. Goes up. Gets blocked. The ball gets blocked, I should say. Not the player. And we're out of bounds.
Substitution for
Clock will stop with 30 seconds left in the period.
27.
Grand Canyon bringing in two subs here. They do run pretty deep on that bench, as does Air Force. Both of these teams have played a lot of games this weekend, more than any other teams in the men's bracket. No surprise that they are carrying such a deep roster. I think they knew they were going to be here, Carl.
Absolutely. Deep roster, and they need it, right? The amount of exercise they are getting in their, 5th, 6th, 7th game of the weekend. You need a break at some point. 11 seconds left. Looking to play for the last shot. Right. Pushes off, gets stripped again. Bodies go tumbling to the floor.
A lot of contact on the play here. Everyone's hitting the deck. We're going to have Black ball out of bounds. Talk about needing a break, Carl. I've been here all weekend. My heart rate got going down the stairs.
There you go. That's how you know you've been here a long time. Fatigue sets in. 2.9 seconds. Catch, dribble, and a shoot potentially. Goes up. No good.
No good on 10. At the end of the first quarter, we've got Grand Canyon 14, Air Force 11.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no elevator this weekend, Carl. Shoelace Express for me exclusively, and I'm a little bit proud of it.
Getting that leg day in. On the way up, the way down. Gotta do it.
I hit my daily steps goal at 9:15. That's enough
impressive.
about me. Carl, what do you think's going on in these huddles right now?
I think that, they're taking a breather. We talked about it. They're moving.
First and foremost.
The pace has been very, very fast up and down this court, right? A lot of half-court passes right off the dribble. Somebody's already in the offensive court trying to score. I think these teams, there's been some pretty good offense. We've seen a lot of points scored, 25 points in 10 minutes. I imagine we're looking to maybe we're trying to take a charge. Get in there a little bit earlier. Haven't been a lot of fouls called down. Some more defense in the paint. Could do wonders for them.
Talking about that 25 total point tally as we have Air Force inbound in the ball at mid-court here. All the more impressive by the fact that we're seeing a lot of half-court offense. These aren't a lot of open looks, particularly for Grand Canyon. They've had at least 3 jump shots with a hand in the face. As always, great discipline from Air Force. Getting on the closeout. That's another aspect with that length that they have. It makes closing out on those perimeter attempts so much easier. They can make up so much more ground, make it so much more difficult to nail those critical 3-point shots that you need to make when you're giving up some size.
Got to hit them, especially at this juncture. Championship game. No prize for second place. Foul on the floor. Inbounded from the baseline. Brown at the ball. Jumper. You bet.
And there's one from Air Force. I was just talking, Carl, about the tough looks and making them. I think that's what separates these 2 teams that are in the final here from some others that they may have beaten along the way.
Absolutely. Digging deep, finding those shots with the hand in the face, off balance, and draining them anyway. Fletcher now with the ball, hands it off to Black. Picks up his dribble, gets slapped away. I think that'll stay down here.
A ferocious slap from 25 there. Active hands on defense for the Air Force Academy. If you can hit it that hard, Carl, why not try and catch it?
That's a great point. Could be the next move. Black with the ball. 1 point separates these teams right now in the second quarter. Goes up to the rim and in. Lead extended to 3 for GCU.
Air Force just running their offense here. Tough to rattle.
Maybe get rattled, but right place, right time for number 45, right there to pick it up and put it in, 16 to 15.
31 from Air Force, looking for a kick there, I think. No kick balls on offense, folks. Doesn't benefit the offense to play with their feet. This ain't soccer.
That's
30
true.
to the rack. Looking to embrace the contact. He gets it. 2 shots for Grand Canyon coming up.
Absolutely. No points for playing with your feet. This is a hands-only sport.
By and large, Carl, by and large.
30 now to the line for 2 shots. First ball in the air. And it is good. Got to hit those free throws. We keep talking about it, but it keeps being important.
This is a well-played game from both sides here, Carl. I'd expect nothing less in our men's championship, but this has been a real treat. Glad to be here on the cast with you.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure. I think this marks the 3rd champ game today in a row that has been a great game so far.
Every one of them's delivered.
Absolutely. Exactly as you would hope for in the national title.
Is it greedy, Carl, to hope for an overtime?
No. But it might be a little bit early. Number 20 for 3. Nylons only. 18
Big
all.
shot to tie the game for Air Force.
On the offense. Still very early in this game, but the intensity is very high for these 2 teams. GCU 25, right wing. Spin move, balance, gets a hand in, able to find it. Back down the other direction, Miller with the ball. Air Force moving quickly, kicks it over to Brown for 3, off the rim, no good. Rebound, picked up by 45, but dropped immediately over to 1. GCU the other direction, Black with the ball, and they'll slow up a little bit, wait for their teammates to arrive. Just kidding, long 3 for 25, and you bet that is going straight through, 21-18.
Yeah, that's a big shot, Carl. And Grand Canyon let you know. Lopes are live on the bench on my left-hand side.
Lopes are live. We've heard them throughout the event, even when they're not on stream, making their presence heard. This is an active bench. 20 slams it home.
20 with the jam. Now, I cursed the rims yesterday. I jinxed us. I'm doubling down. These rims are good.
These rims are good. Long one. Gets hit. It counts.
Oh, man.
Parker, what do we call that?
I would say hoop plus the harm, Carl. But that was a 3-point shot, and that was from about 32
That's
feet
true.
that he canned that one. If I had another saying, he would get it, but I don't, so he doesn't. But he's going for the 4-point play.
The old-fashioned way. It's the only way. You're going to get 4 and 1. Black. Can he complete it? Absolutely.
And he does. That's a big momentum swing for Grand Canyon.
And suddenly it's a 5-point lead, right? Just off of that, from 1 to 5, a world of difference. Air Force will sub, take a small breather.
We alluded to it earlier, Carl. Both of these teams incredibly efficient on offense, and Grand Canyon had to be, right? They beat Texas A&M in the semifinal, who put up 86 points in game 1. Reminder, these games are 40 minutes long.
Yeah, they are. That's a lot of points. Air Force. At home, though, we have seen a high field goal percentage in this game. A lot of points being scored. But you pointed out.
This is beautiful basketball, Carl. Efficient half-court offense. Everyone's moving, setting screens. Shots are being made. The execution is on point. I'm on the edge of my seat, literally and figuratively.
Kicked out 7.
I don't want to fall off the stage, Carl.
No good. Don't fall off the stage, Parker. Got to keep you here. Great saves all around by GCU. Fletcher with the ball, maintaining possession. The crowd getting excited. You'd love to see it. 25. Don't want that 5-second violation. Gets stripped. Kicked ahead. 31. That's Brown. Up for the layup. He finds it. 1-point game.
Things change quick in this game, Carl, especially with them trading buckets like this.
The stops mean so much more when there's a basket every time down.
As we
7
get a
for
little bit of
GCU.
friendly banter here between 31 and 25. That'll be a matchup to watch. Two very talented players.
Right now in the foreground of your screen, calling for the ball. Not going to receive it. 27. Kicks it around to 7. GCU takes a breath. 3:50 left in the half. Fletcher sets the screen. Gets stripped. Whistle. Foul
I
on
think we're going to get
him.
this one on the baseline here. Some of the players think we're shooting. I think otherwise.
The officials think otherwise as well. The opinion that truly matters. GCU nursing a 1-point lead, looking to make it more. Steps in the lane. We'll call that a tie-up.
Amazing play on defense there by 31. That matchup I told you all the key in on. He's able to draw the tie-up here. It's going to stay with Grand Canyon, but they're going to get the possession arrow back, and that's 100% an effort play. As 45 is getting back down, allowing 40 to get 2 feet from the basket. That's surprising. I think he's got to chop his feet a little bit, and I think that's what led to the foul.
Going up for 2 shots. Great play on the tie-up, like you say, just to keep the hands on the ball throughout that. While he's going to the hoop long enough, you get the call.
That's strength.
Yeah, absolutely. First shot.
Fellas for Air Force are definitely working out.
Yes, indeed. No surprise there, you have to feel. Second foul shot. Off the back of the rim, no good. But GCU, the offensive rebound. Well played. Kicked out to 7.
Grand Canyon's got a 1-point lead here with just under 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. Off his foot, but he hits the deck. We got Air Force ball heading the other way. Bit of a blunder there from 40, but the only reason they had the ball was his offensive rebound. So he giveth and he taketh away.
Comes out in the wash, we'll say on that one. 2 minutes left. Air Force formulating a plan from the bench. The 6th man directing traffic. Coming up the court, that's Miller. Kicks it over to his friend Brown. The passing pair we've seen a lot today. In the lane, kicks it over under the basket, through the hands. Stay in here.
Good look from 31 there. I think that one was just coming in a little hot for number 12. Luckily for him, looks like it got tipped. Ball staying here as Grand Canyon subs in 2.
Black's coming back in. Often seen leading the offense. Air Force counters with their own point guard, their own number 1. Gotta have parity out there. Minute and 10 seconds left. Gotta get it in. Backcourt, that's where the height comes in. Very handy.
Yeah, it's a tough cover. That's a tight end right there.
Stay in here again. Rinse and repeat.
Certainly shaping up to be our highest scoring championship game of the day, Carl.
Very contested 3, top of the backboard.
Yeah, step back 3, that's a tough look. Another, what would have been tie up. Man, that one went quick.
That was very fast. Hope everybody's okay down there.
Looks like we're good to go, Carl. The clock is running here in this situation up until the 30 seconds.
We saw number 1 putting his body on the line yesterday, continuing to do so today.
Absolutely. Into the backcourt for Grand Canyon. Number 1 leads the offense.
10 under the basket, goes up, no good. Rebounded by Fletcher, looks like no.
I expect Air Force to hold for 1 shot here.
17 seconds, plenty of time here.
Gonna run the offense. I think we probably get a paint touch or a ball screen here. Looks like a ball screen for 1. 1 gets a decent look.
Off the ball foul, I believe.
Fouls on Air Force's number 1, Court Long, his first.
Foul on Black there as he tries to fight through the screen. We got 7.3 seconds left on the clock. We got a little bit of confusion here as to who the foul's on. Clarify, foul's on number 1, Black. We got number 1 for Air Force set to inbound. 7.3 on the clock, and it's running.
7 seconds with 5:31. Straight away 3. Off the back rim, no good. With 1.5.
Good if it goes.
Close, but no good. That'll bring us to halftime. GCU up by 1, Parker. A very enjoyable first half of basketball.
I would second that for sure. 2 efficient offenses. They're certainly going to have a lot to talk about in the huddle here. I can't wait to come back in about 5 minutes' time and watch it all play out.
5-minute break. Better be here. When we get back, you can see that clock. We'll be back in about 5 for the rest of this game. And welcome back, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, for the last time to the second half of the men's final of the NIRSA National Basketball Championships, hosted by the University of Wisconsin Madison. Carl Krieger, Parker Goss with you.
Glad to be here, Carl. Thankful to have one more half to call this weekend before we name our 2024 men's NIRSA basketball champions.
Absolutely. Air Force with a 1-point deficit going into this half, but it's basically a new game. Trying to put it up. Bodies hitting the floor. Arms are in the air. The ball eventually lands through the cylinder. GCU now up the court, the other direction. 35 with the ball. Tight defense by 25. That's Miller.
Ball screen by 40 here. Like we were talking about at the half, Carl, because we just love ball. These are two very efficient offenses as we get a foul under the basket by Air Force. A couple of efficient half-court offenses. The pace hasn't been through the roof, but the scoring is getting there.
It hasn't been that fast, but it's been very consistent. There haven't been a lot of slow plays, right? They're not rushing up and down the floor, but they're playing with, a medium to high amount of pace every time. Get up into the front court, run a quick play, and go. Has not been a lot of downtime as number 8 going to shoot.
I think these players are just sharp. That's the advantage that you gain when you go 8, 9, 10 players deep versus some of these teams that we saw with 6 or 7. They're feeling good.
Second free throw is good. Camera ended up slightly blurry for a moment. Apologies about that. Wyatt did that beyond me. Camera has a mind of its own. Balance with the ball. Over 31. 45. Corner 3.
45 extending the range a little bit there. We've seen him touch the ball in the paint quite a bit, but looks like a capable shooter as well.
Absolutely. Black with the ball. Shout outs to all the Black fans in the chat. We see you. We appreciate you. Air Force ball.
You know what I'm thinking tonight, Carl?
What are you thinking, Parker?
Applebee's.
I was really worried it was going to be barbecue again, so we'll take anything but that. Where are you going with this one, sir?
That's it. I'm just hungry.
Okay.
Air Force working it around the key here. Into 45. No surprise. Swing pass to 20. Into the corner. That's a great look. Can't convert. Grand Canyon corrals the rebound. We got a foul. Still headed that away.
Applebee's again. Marketing department will be in touch for next year on the Parker Goss food endorsement train.
Boneless wings, Carl.
Is that the order? We did the order for the barbecue. What's the order here?
If it's me, I'm starting with the, I believe they're the Asian Zing boneless wings.
Okay.
I'm going until I get 7 out of 10 full, and I'm going to the riblets.
Okay. Heard it here first. Try it out. GCU. They're thinking baskets, not wings.
David Black off the glass. Chat's going to love that one. Number 1 looking to get one of his own for Air Force. Drops it off to 45 with the hook shot. A little bit too strong. 10 corrals the rebound, and we're off to the races.
Slowing it down just a bit. GCU, 2-point lead. Air Force contests the approach. Gonna run a play. Everybody just chilling. Ball screen. Gets the call.
We got a moving screen there on Grand Canyon. No one really arguing that one. I think more upset with themselves than anything.
Absolutely. Air Force will get the ball back.
Another thing I noticed about this game, Carl, no shooting sleeves. I feel like our average shooting sleeves, 2.5 per game, and now we've got none.
Yeah, it's more than 0, certainly.
Is there a correlation?
There might be something about correlation and causation in there, but we'll leave it there. Foul on the floor. I like the sleeves. I think they look nice. A little
I do as well.
accessorizing. I will say I like the shoes this game too. We talked about that in Unified. We have some pretty nice shoes here. We got blue. We got sort of a mix and match. We got a purpley situation. Some nice different highlights. So you like to see it.
I like to see the players expressing themselves with their footwear, but I will say I'm a fan of the team shoe.
Okay. Uniform shoe.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll take a vote.
For poll in chat. Next year, coming to the national tournament, chat polls. You're not going to want to miss that. Could be a lot of fun. Channel points, too. That could be fun.
That's all you, Carl. I'm here to talk.
That one's on me. Parker's for food. I'm for fun channel activities. Black, chat's going to go wild. Not able to find it,
Can't
though.
quite connect. Good offensive rebound there.
And a walk.
Yeah, travel on 10 as he hauls in the rebound. Losing his footing a little bit.
get tripped up a bit.
12 inbounds for Air Force.
Up the court they come. Top of the key. Needs a bit of help. Dumps it over to 31. 31 spin move. Tries to dodge the defender. Dodges the script as well. 1v2 in the post.
Embraces
Finds
the
it.
contact and is able to finish. Number 10's given up a little bit of size in his matchup here, but he's doing a great job against 20 and hauling in some of those offensive rebounds. Something with rebounding. Right place, right time. He's got it figured out.
Yeah. Some element of luck to it. Of course, a lot of skill as well. One steps back, picks up his dribble. Goes off the pivot foot, floats it up, no good. Picked up by 20, hugs the basketball. Gets himself a little bit of comfort and passes it over. One all the way down, trying to go coast to coast. Dumps it out, corner. 31, pump fake. Dribble again, side left wing. 42 picks up the dribble as well, throws it over to 1. 31, corner again. 3 ball in the air, no good. Air ball off many members, picked up by 1, not out of bounds. Play continues, Black up the court. Chat's going crazy. They want to see a basket. 8 for 3, off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, however, a whistle finally stops a rather frantic sequence.
I would say, Carl, and not a single blunder from you. That was well done.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Try my best. And in the end, we get a baseline foul. Nothing really to show for
The
it.
inbound here. He walked that one under the basket a little bit. You don't really want to inbound the ball from under the basket. You run the risk of hitting it.
That's not going to go anywhere good for you. One goes up. Not quite. Loud rebound by 20 with some authority pulling that ball down.
25 now leads the offense. Air Force up 30-28 with just under 3 minutes and 30 seconds to play in this third quarter.
And the possession. Very, very tight game. Miller.
31 with the post up. Guards do it too.
Slam.
Thunderous finish from number 20, skying for the putback. I told you the rims were good.
And the rims are teammate there. Right place, right time, and the right bit of skill. 35 drives down, up and in off the glass.
Tough finish there, and that was a big one. Grand Canyon seizing back a little bit of that momentum Air Force claims when they jammed it home.
Air Force still up 2. 20, long 3. Little bit contested around the rim and out.
You know what? If I had a put-back dunk like that, I think my next possession we're looking at a heat check too. Speaking of heat check,
Same thing.
35 walks into one just off, and we've got Air Force.
Around the rim and out twice in a row. Air Force still holding on to that 2-point lead. 20, once again, off the rim and out a different way this time.
Ball back to Grand Canyon here. 35 set to inbound as the Lopes sub in 3.
In case you missed the wisdom earlier, you might be thinking Grand Canyon is the closest school to the Grand Canyon. Parker's here to tell you that's not true.
That's not true, Carl. You would think wrong. Northern Arizona, closest to the Grand Canyon.
There you go. You learned some trivia here as well as GCU brings it up the court. Behind the back, nice pass. Steps up. Back of the rim, no good.
Talk about a heat check. I think 35 can make that shot. I don't know if he wants to. You shoot with a foot on the line, it counts for 2. And with the step back, that's tough.
Absolutely. One needs some help.
Swing pass over to the corner.
Brown with the
Going
ball.
baseline, looking for the athletic finish. I think he just wanted to put one up on the rim for 20 there.
Looking
Number
for another-
7 pushes the pace, jumps off to 30, a little too hot to handle. Ball out of bounds at the baseline. It's going to stay here.
Very fast pace. These teams can be explosive when the mood strikes. 25 will come back in. GCU the inbounds. 2-point deficit, 60 seconds to go.
A little bit less scoring here in the third quarter coming out of halftime. I think it's been good defense. I think it's been a little bit, just settling for maybe not the best shots on offense.
Finds it. Tie game. Again, maybe not the greatest objective shot, but it's through the cylinder. So who are we to argue?
The analytics guys don't love that one with a foot on the line, but if you make a shot, it puts points on the board.
Regardless of where you stand. Maybe they're going to hold for last shot. Would be a long time.
I think they might try, Carl, but Grand Canyon's going to get up in their face and draw that 5-second count, make the officials do some work here.
Maybe not.
I stand corrected. What do I know?
As the
There
players
he
stand
is.
still. There he goes.
There it is.
Officials saying 2, 3, You gotta move.
Puts it on the floor, resets that 5 count. There we go.
10 seconds left. Brown, gotta do something. 6 seconds left in the lane, kicks
A lot
it
of
out.
contact
That's
there,
12
kicks it out.
for 3. Not gonna come down. Time expires. As my score is not correct, it's 32 all. Tie game going into the 4th quarter. You might have thought it was the 2nd quarter. That's because the screen was wrong. We're moving on to quarter number 4. 10 minutes to go here, Parker.
Give Carl a little bit of grace here, multitasking, providing excellent play-by-play while also running the graphics on our side of things. What do you think they're saying here as we head into the 4th quarter? It's a tie game. It's a new ball game.
10-minute ball game. No more shots with a foot on the line. Got to be behind it or in front of it, not on top. Don't
I'd
do
agree,
that.
Carl. I would expect, and I've said this once, I've said it 10 times this weekend, I would expect Air Force to pound the rock down low. You'll see these teams really lean on those mismatches when they need to generate some offense. There's 10 minutes left. No one's tired, right? This is national championship is on the line. No one's lacking in effort. But at the end of the day, if you want to generate a good look, Air Force is always going to be able to toss it down to number 20.
Number 20, number 41, even 31 sometimes. They have that size. Just pound it down low, get up, draw a foul, or something similar. Not a bad plan. You don't need to settle for the free ball when you have this much size.
It's really going to help down the stretch here if this remains a close game like I expected to. Tough finish from number 7 for Grand Canyon.
Leans into the contact and finishes strong. 12 now for Air Force. Coming up big. Brown at the ball. Jumper from the free throw line. No good. Not able to finish that one. GCU with the lead and the ball.
Another ball screen here for Grand Canyon. Really looking to attack the rim to start the 4th quarter. Maybe they talked about that at the break. Not able to finish on the tough one. We got Air Force with the spin into the lane, pulls it back out. Oh, big steal from 25 for Grand Canyon here as he looks to finish. You know what I'm going to say, Carl. Hoop plus the harm. 36-32 Grand Canyon as they're headed to the line to try and finish one the old-fashioned way. Number 25, shooting one.
Absolutely, the 4-point lead now for GCU. Looking to make it 5. Dangerous lead to have. You need to close that quickly if you're Air Force, or it can quickly become worse. That is that 5-point lead. 37-32. Air Force need a basket, or this can suddenly balloon to 8-10, and then you're in trouble if you are Air Force. Number 1 taking himself, goes to the lane. Great play. We talked about it. Get inside. And both teams have done that so far this half.
Yeah, guards from both teams really able to finish at the rim here. We've talked a lot about the size that both of these teams have. Can't gauge heart in quite the same way, but we know it's there.
Foul called,
no shot there.
Push on 13, baseline foul.
Official's going to confirm here, trying to decide. They indeed say that the foul was on the putback, so we're going to put 30 for Grand Canyon at the line here as they look to extend their 3-point lead with just under 8 minutes left.
White 31, Kyle Brown.
2 shots for 30.
His first.
3-point lead. Make it 4. Subs come in. Some size being added by Air Force. Talked about it at the break.
Yeah, Grand Canyon's been able to finish at the rim. Air Force looking to make it a little bit more difficult with adding in an extra rim defender.
Yep.
We'll see.
Sends that one home too. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left. Air Force down by 5. Guard pushes the pace. He's been unjustly maligned, and that will be a whistle.
7 is beside himself here. I don't know if he's got a leg to stand on. That's textbook RSBQ foul there. Rhythm, speed, balance, quickness.
I'm going to leave that acronym in your wise hands.
12 on the inbound here, looking to generate a good look.
Keeps it in the half, 1 with the ball. Air Force need to maintain their composure here. You're down 5, it's not a crisis, but you don't want to let it get out of hand. 3-ball could remedy the situation. Straight through, nothing but nylons.
That is a big shot for Air Force, as now they're only down 2. Momentum neutralized.
Absolutely, GCU up 2, 6:27 left in this one. Men's championship game. If you're just joining us, up, finds the foul. 2 shots for GCU.
Bit late on the call there by the officials, but I do think it was the correct one.
Foul on. Foul on Tucker.
Understanding is that is the 4th foul. Got to watch out for that one. Free throw was made. Some more subs come in. Got to maintain the energy level after this many games. We've talked about that.
I'm feeling the same, Carl. I'm trying to maintain my energy level as well. The gameplay is what's doing it for me. This has been one of the best games of the day, and I've said that about every game we've done today.
Really, really good championship games. Everyone is delivering. 31 goes up. No contact. GCU pushing quickly the other way. 7 throws it over to Fletcher for 3. Wide open, around, in and out. No points for that one. Brown will be able to clear. Air Force back up the other way, down 4 points.
Definitely a tangible increase in intensity from both sides here, Carl. Both the benches and the players are absolutely locking in as 31 with another tough finish around the rim to cut the Grand Canyon lead to 2. 5 minutes left.
Tension certainly is building. Number 7, GCU, top of the key. 1 is defending.
This will be the matchup to watch from here on out, Carl. 7 for Grand Canyon and 1 for Air Force, both of our point guards.
Absolutely. Black with a short breather on the GCU bench. You have to feel he'll be back at some point, but these point guards controlling the offense, grappling with each other. Kicked out 25, Miller. Brown at the free throw line, picks up the dribble, bails it back out to the guard on the left wing. Puts the ball on the floor, rolls it in.
Paint touch here to 45.
Hook shot, straight in.
Great touch around the rim for 45. Going back to David Black being on the bench, Carl, I think it's just a classic case of the hot hand. Number 7 is really making things happen for that Grand Canyon offense. It's running through him, and those two, matchup-wise, unlikely to be on the floor at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. We are tied at 41. Fletcher with the ball, drops it off, 25. 25 against 25, kicks it out, 7, got the hot hand in the paint. 20 hands up, stripped away by Air Force. They've got the ball in transition. Miller to the hoop, drops it down. Size advantage, dribbles out. 31, open 3, around and out. Ball to the floor, picked up by GCU. They push the pace again. 30 in the lane, goes up to the rim. Just kidding, kicks it out. He's going to the rim, blocked, a true block by 20. Deflected, and everyone gets a breather. Time out.
Remember all that stuff I was saying earlier, Carl, about efficient half-court offense and slow, methodical gameplay?
Yep.
Throw it out the window. It's done. This is a track meet.
It's gone. Running up and down the floor. A 1-minute timeout. A calm settles here at the Bakke Recreation Wellbeing Center.
Not for long, Carl. We got 3 minutes, 31 seconds left in this game, and it's going to be a barn burner.
It absolutely will. You called for overtime earlier. I told you it was too early. I don't think it's too early anymore.
I would say I called it, Carl. I was hoping for it, and I still am.
You had the hope. You had the belief.
Been here all weekend, and I'm not done. Is it greedy to want overtime? Let me ask again.
I think so. I don't think there's too many people that here would be disappointed if we got the extra 2 minutes.
Get chills just thinking about it, Carl. The 2 best words in sports. Free basketball.
Free basketball. I was going to say overtime's only one word, unless you spell it weird. 15 seconds left on the timeout. We've seen the intensity build. Seems likely that that will continue. GCU ball at the baseline. Will they run a play out of timeout? Black back on the floor.
That's important to note, Carl. With number 1 being out here to run the offense, we'll see if there's any change of pace. He was commanding the offense there when they were running a much more methodical game. That's just not how it's going now, though. There's one of those 2s we were talking about, foot on the line.
Yep.
don't love it as one takes it up the ball for Air Force.
Absolutely. Dump down, 45. He's got the size. Takes a couple of dribbles, gets double team, kicks it out. Miller for three, straight on. No good. Rebound cleared away by GCU.
Yep, and that's what we'll note. Every time that there's a double team in the post, it means someone's open. A great big man like 45 is going to be looking for who that is, whether it's a swing pass. Look for that to generate a lot of good three-point opportunities, something Air Force has shrugged off up to this point, maybe not moving forward.
Kicked outside, fakes the very long three, doesn't take it. 30 left wing, guarded there by Brown. Steps back, kicks it over to Fletcher, back to the top of the key. That's Black with the ball. That guard matchup, you were calling out, very long three. Sinks it!
Big shot from David Black here, just under 230, and he's just put Grand Canyon up by 3.
Absolutely, Grand Canyon looking good. There's the drive. Air Force trying to answer. They do with a 2. Only down by 1.
And who else?
43.
Number 31 for Air Force hitting a tough shot.
He has been clutch when they need it. Down 1. Black methodically runs the offense. Minute 51 seconds left. Clock will stop.
I think that last 3 is going to change the way they defend this ball screen as one tries to take it to the rack and gets blocked. A lot of contact here with the clock stopped.
Yes, indeed. Minute 40 or so.
Just hoping everyone's all right here. We would really hate to see that put a damper on this game. Looks like it is, as number 1, David Black, makes his way to his feet. Love to see that.
Looks like everybody is okay.
And I know I said this about the unified game earlier as well, Carl, but as the intensity has picked up, the sportsmanship has maintained steady, and that's what we like to see.
Yes.
Grand Canyon calling a timeout here, maybe to give David Black a little bit of a breather as he just took a pretty big knock down there on the baseline.
Takes a seat on the bench. Hoping he's okay. Another 1-minute timeout here before we play the final minute 39.
Carl, we've got a 1-point differential here with 1 minute 39 seconds left. What do you think is going to be the deciding factor of who walks away with the coveted national championship?
We've seen these teams going into the paint a lot, and I think a lot of this will come down to how well we can defend against these points in the paint. We have a lot of very tall players. Can you keep the hands up, find some sort of a block, swat the ball away? We saw the very loud block earlier.
Love that.
I think a key defensive stop into some sort of transition layup, something like that, could come in clutch for these teams. So limited number of possessions left. They got to make them count.
Yeah, curious to see the lineup that Air Force comes out with here out of the timeout. That'll definitely indicate to us how they want to play. Looks like they're going a little bit smaller with 2 bigs.
I think 31 is not somebody you want to take off the floor right now.
I would agree, Carl. He's a 3-level scorer. He showed it today with the mid-range and able to finish at the rim despite giving up some size.
I like this lineup here. David Black with the inbounds. Minute 45 left in this one. GCU 1-point lead. Black with the ball.
David Black's going to look to get this one to the top of the key here as he wants to run the offense. They hit him the ball at the elbow there. That's not where you want it. He operates right here.
Yeah. Here he is.
I do expect them to defend the pick and roll a little bit differently after he hit that 32-footer earlier.
Absolutely.
There's another one. Is he going to hit?
Yes,
he does!
Straight
That is a big shot for David Black.
The crowd explodes. Air Force up the court, down by 4. Need to make something happen. Kicks it out, 45.
Good look for 45.
No good. Gets
Just
the rebound, though. Back under the paint. Drops it over to 20 and in. 2-point lead now. They get 2 of them back. Critical basket there for Air Force to stay with them.
Absolutely. Great discipline there from 45 to find his big man counterpart for an easier shot. Passed up a good look for a great one.
1 timeout left for each team as we tick under 50 seconds here in this championship game. GCU up by 2 points. They're going to go to the rim, gets fouled on the floor. No shot.
I think that's a good foul there. Number 1 had been beat off the dribble. I think that's a good foul. We're not shooting that. That's on the floor. Not in the danger of the bonus just yet.
Back inbounded to Fletcher, but they do get to reset. Not a lot of time left in this one, Parker. There's another foul. That will be the bonus, so that will be 2 shots.
You're absolutely right, Carl. Time flies when you're having fun. 40.6 left on the clock, and we got a one-possession game with Grand Canyon headed to the free throw line.
Up by 2. And it
Goes
will
without
remain that
saying,
way.
Carl, that these are big, big free throws.
Yes, it does.
Misses the first, looking to come back and make the second. That would extend it to a 3-point lead.
Spins the ball. Sinks it. Cold-blooded.
Got to hit 1 of 2 there at the very least.
Comes back in, 31.
31's got a matchup he likes.
Goes in, gets fouled
We got a foul on the floor.
on the floor. No shot. That'll be a baseline inbound.
Number 1 to inbound the ball here.
Second team foul only for GCU. Could be important. Clock's back in. For 3, contested off the rim, no good. Picked up by GCU.
Number 10 with a big rebound. Calling back to the first half. He's holding his own against the tall trees of the Air Force Academy club basketball team. Number 10 has had multiple clutch rebounds,
Absolutely.
and now he's at the line.
2 shots. So critical here. 23 seconds left. 23.7 to be precise.
Goes without saying he needs to hit at least one of these 2, Carl.
Misses the first. Keeping it interesting.
Just off on the first, I feel like I need to whisper every time a free throw is about to get
I
shot.
know.
It's so quiet at the Bakke Recreation Center.
Indeed it is. Second free throw. The dribble. And it's good.
4-point lead for Grand Canyon. That's a big free throw as number 1 goes up the floor for Air Force Academy.
Bomb on the way. Stolen. Whistle down. That's a foul on Air Force, I believe.
Bit of a turnover, but what looked to be an intentional foul from 20 after the turnover. Looking to minimize the mistake.
Foul on number 20.
Fourth foul on number 20.
2 shots for 27 Black here.
17 seconds left in the game.
Nothing but net. He really shot that one with confidence. One dribble, straight up, straight down.
One more. Drains it.
2 very big free throws for Grand Canyon here.
6 points. Need a 3 quickly. Goes
Who
up.
else? 31. Clutch basket here. The clock does continue to run. Air Force down 4.
Gets fouled with 2 seconds left.
Caleb Lehau has fouled out. That is his 5th.
And as we say goodbye to number 20, we've got a 4-point lead here for Grand Canyon.
And shooting.
Grand Canyon looking to get a couple new players on the floor.
Number 40, Harrison Fletcher.
As for better or worse, it looks like the writing may be on the wall.
It may be Fletcher to shoot a pair. Makes it a 5-point game. 52-47. One more free throw, 2.6 on the clock. Straight through.
Air Force with the inbound as they dribble it out. And your 2024 Men's National Champions, Grand Canyon University, redemption. They said, I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something. Champions.
Absolutely well deserved by GCU. An incredible game. The handshake line takes shape.
All class here in the championship handshake line.
Absolutely.
I want to thank you all for tuning in this weekend. I had a great time on the broadcast with my partner, Carl Krieger. Producer Carl, content Carl, on-air talent Carl. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining. Hannah Wiltsey, also our camera operator extraordinaire, killing it throughout the weekend. Everybody else that's done that as well. Obviously, a big shout out to everyone that made this tournament possible. Too many people to name, and I don't want to try because I'll leave people out. But everybody that made that happen, we appreciate it, of course. and everyone watching. Thanks for tuning in and supporting your players. We're going to turn it over now to the awards ceremony. Carl Krieger, Parker Goss saying so long from UW-Madison. Take care.
See you soon, y'all.
All the teams and players whose dedication and enthusiasm for basketball have truly elevated this event to its current stature. Secondly, we extend our gratitude to the numerous volunteers and officials who have traveled from all corners of the country to lend their support and expertise in organizing this tournament. Now please focus your attention towards the center of the court as we proceed with the award presentation.
the University of Florida, and I'm serving as one of our directors of officials for this year. A huge congratulations to both of our teams. This tournament doesn't happen without the great support of the institutions that come and participate. But you know, there's a third team that's on the floor that we absolutely need to have great ball games and a great tournament. That's our student officials. So we had 64 student officials representing over 40 institutions here. Let's give them a hand for all of their hard work. They also have the support of 20 staff members that came across the country to lend their wisdom and their education. They worked hard with them all weekend, so we do appreciate that. They are competing as well. Obviously, they're here for a good education, but there's an opportunity for them to earn, our top 12 officials to earn an All-American award to be recognized as one of the top student officials in the country. So without further ado, our list of 12 officials. You'll come on up. When you hear your name, come on up. Get your ball from Clear, Brandon, and we'll stay over here. So, from the University of Maryland, Faous Adienka. From Purdue University, Aubrey Dane. From Texas A&M University, Ryan Sigalski. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Joshua Hong. From Georgia Southern University, Zacharias Hudson. From Georgia Tech, Dawson Lane. From the University of Connecticut, Tyler Nolan. From the University of Virginia, Charlene Pham. From the University of Central Florida, Bella Price. From Purdue University, Maddie Prospero. From the University of Missouri, John Smith. And last but certainly not least, from Florida State University, J.T. Tynes. So many deserving choices this year. One more round of applause for our 64 officials. They're some of the best in the country. They make up our third team on the floor. Thank you all so much for joining us here at the University of Wisconsin Madison at the NIRSA National Championships. And back over to Nicole.
So the words aren't done quite yet. Can I have all of our directors out here with me? That is Marty, Brittany, Carter, Eric, and Bailey Kennedy.
Yeah!
That's a typo. Why did I should have left.